Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. It's 11:45. Good. Good evening, Watermelon. How are you? Happy New Year. In the pretense. As always, I want to give everybody some time to come in, get themselves together. Welcome. Whoever's going to grace us and be a part of this, y'all come on in. How was your evening, Watermelon? Yeah, I see you here. I see you. And it's a blessing to be here. Boy, is it ever a blessing. I'm especially glad that you're here. It is so awesome to be here at this particular time, this this time and day. Yeah, may it bring you comfort and peace. I'm just like I said, I'm just glad to be able to be here at this particular place at this particular time. So everybody, let's just begin by talking about 2023. 2023 is winding down, and for a lot of us, some of this year may have been good. Some of us, it may have been bad. But as it's coming to a close, let's just be thankful that we, whether it's individuals or those as a collective group, we have made it throughout this year, right? Some of us, some of us had to crawl to get here, to crawl to the finish line of 2023. Some of us sprinted, some of us walked, some of us may have taken a shortcut. Some of us may have taken the long route. But for the most part, we are winding down. We are getting ready to count this year down. And we need to be thankful of it, right? Because some of us can't even sit still and say, you know what, I made it. I'm face down laying across the finish line. That means you made it, Watermelon. And I'm very happy that you made it because some people may have said, you know what, I'm ready to give up. I'm ready to throw the towel in. I'm ready to say, I quit the race. But we don't know what people have gone through in 2023. Happy New Year, Meek. We don't know what these people have went through. But for those of us that is coming in and saying Happy New Year, we can say we made it. We can say, hey, we we crossed the finish line. We made it. But I want to just, I'm taking my time because I'm doing something different for everybody, right? I came here because I wanted to be be a blessing, be a be a person that says, you know what, I'm here with you. I'm here to give you the support that you need. Because not everybody's ready to celebrate this thing, right? I read somewhere that, this is the time of year where people was ready to surrender, give their life up, call it a day, taking their life, all because of this changing of the year. And I don't want nobody that I know, that I love, that I care for, to say, you know what? I have to do it by myself, meaning I have to be here by myself. I have to celebrate this time by myself. And I know that there's a lot of people at this time, New Year's services. God bless them, right? But what about those that are wavering? What about those that don't get the chance to be around people for whatever reason, right? I'm here for them people. Whether I know them or not, I'm here for them, because this is not the time for anybody to be by themselves, because it's another holiday, right? It's another festive, joyful event. And not everybody feels festive and joyous. So I'd rather be here for them. You're not alone. There's somebody out here that wants to care about you, that wants to be here for you, that wants you to have a better season, a better year than what we're getting ready to count down. We ain't here to give up. We're here to keep going. God didn't call us home. That means we have something to do, an assignment, a season. Some of us has already planted our seed. Now we have to be prepared for how it bears fruit. And for those that don't understand bear fruit, I'ma just say allow it to blossom. Now I know on another live, on Meeks Live, I had done some things as far as, say, hey, yo, your season, this season's coming, that season's coming, your season of whatever's coming, right? Hey, we ain't talking. Okay, I won't talk about the season. But the point is, something new is getting ready to come besides the year. Something new is about to start. And I'd rather be here to begin it than to be alone and try to do it on my own. Good evening, Chiki. Hey, right? So that's what I'm here for. I'm here because I know people. Chiki, how you feeling? No, we don't like we could start that, exactly, me. It don't like it wouldn't even matter if he does come and start with that, right? Because even in a season, right? If you plant something, everything start. Listen, he's a seed, right? Because he came from a seed. He just been blessed well enough to see what's going on today. Ain't nobody starting. Stop it. Be nice. Be nice. Be nice. We're gonna be nice today. We ain't gonna feed into that, right? But we got time, I guess. But the point is that there's somebody out there that's gonna have to go through this, right? And the point is, you don't have to do it alone. And like I said, it's time for us. Y'all play too much. But it's just time for us to start giving back. And so for me, I'm gonna give back today. I'm gonna start today. I'm gonna start anew because it's a new season for me, right? I know I've given people seasons. I know I projected some seasons, but I'm gonna announce what my season is at the stroke of midnight. Well, a little bit after, because I'm gonna do something a little bit different that may be unconventional for some other people, but I'm gonna do it in that fashion because we're gonna need it. Yes, we definitely need that. We need somebody to say something encouraging. We need somebody to lift our spirits when it's down. We need somebody to keep us up while we're ahead of the game, right? It's just it's just a little different, you know. Like for me, I always celebrate my New Year's in a certain format, right? And I have no problem sharing it with you guys because at the end of the day, you guys have become like family. My condolences, Cheeky, right? And I know it has to be. I know it has to be a little rough. Ow, Chardonnay. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm drinking some. I'm drinking some Martell. I'm drinking some Martell for this evening, and you know, I'm not. I'm celebrating. I'm celebrating life. I'm going to celebrate it because I still have it. There's some people that feels like there's people that lost theirs. There's people within the group that has lost someone this year. And so I want to celebrate. I want to celebrate because those people that we may have lost, we're going to come back up, y'all. Okay, thank you, Meek. I'm going to come back after y'all. I don't know what that means. Happy New Year's to y'all. Thank you. Oh, absolutely. Listen, spend your time. Listen, enjoy the New Year's, and may God continue to unite you two, and may God continue to bless you. And whatever seed that you're planting with each other, may it blossom, may it bear the good fruit, but more importantly, may it blossom into whatever your heart desires. Y'all two enjoy yourselves, right? I got a 1 minute countdown, but I'm not Dick Clark and I'm not Ryan Seacrest, but I know they're counting down. The big ball in the city. And it's crazy because a lot of people that go to the ball dropping are not really from New York. That's like a tourist attraction type of scenario. I've never been to the ball dropping. In all of my years of living in New York, I never went. There was no need for me to go. Nobody wants to wait outside. There'd be people out there standing outside all day, right? Worrying about the places. Yeah, fireworks is going on. Happy New Year's, everybody. So this is what we'll do. Father God, in the name of Jesus, we thank you. We thank you for allowing us to see the new year of 2024. And as we begin this day, this year, we thank you for the season that just passed us. We pray that no one goes into a repetitive season, meaning they're going to do the things that they did last year. We ask for improvement in this new season. We ask for the great fruit of the new season, the The bearing of the fruit may it be prosperous for each and every one of us that planted the seed. We ask you to continue to go with us, strengthen us throughout these days. We understand that there's going to be some crooked roads that we ask that you turn straight. We ask that you strengthen us through the days that will be cold and hardened for the blossoming of our fruit. We just ask you to be with us, Lord, as we go forward. We thank you for whatever we have that's coming in front of us, Lord. Continue to guide our way step by step. Hold our hand, Lord, for whatever season you have for each and every one of those that are listening. We pray this prayer in the name of Jesus. Amen. Right? So I'm once again welcome everybody. Now for me it's a little bit different. I know Cheeky, Cheeky's going through her episode, but for me it's different, right? Because every year I pray a prayer. I always thank God that I made it, and I've been doing it for over 30 years. Because ever since the first year that I lost my mom, I prayed the prayer, thanking Him for getting me through. Because that was the toughest loss that I will ever face. Well, let me rephrase that. Unless something happens to one of my children, that'll be the toughest loss that I will face. Excuse me. And so I just want everybody to understand that it may be hard for some people, right? Now, as far as the season that I have been told I was going to have my season. God told me this season is going to be a season of harmony, right, for me. And I'm saying, why harmony? And I look back at myself and I look back at the things that was told to me before I started this channel, the encouraging words that was given to me by people like Cheeky, Watermelon, Meek, Selena, so many other people, Maritza, so many, right? And they would tell me, your words can actually soothe and bring people together. And that was confirmed to me a couple of days ago when God kept telling me about harmony. And I'm saying, why harmony? And then like I said, I looked at it and I'm like, okay. In my personal life, I'm trying to do family reunions for my family, both sides of the family. Not eHarmony. Well, if eHarmony is available, then people can be on there too, right? But the harmony is what is harmony? Harmony brings people together. Harmony means that people are coming together on one accord with very little disagreement. Harmony is in music it's a beautiful tune, a beautiful vocal tune, or musical like instrumental tune that comes together when everybody's on the same page, right? And quiet as kept, I was thinking about starting a chat, like a network on YouTube. Yes, as one. Starting a network on YouTube to bring certain people together. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I was thinking if Watermelon and Meek were to work together, they can do a beautician session or beautician. You understand what I'm saying? Like Watermelon with the makeup, Meek with the hair, right? Cheeky, she does history. I was thinking her and Shakira would do something together, like a once a week or once every other week situation to bring people together to work in a harmonious scenario. Not that everybody's competing. That would have been a good title, right? Mika Melon, right? And that's what I'm saying. So while I was thinking about that, things of that nature, God said harmony. harmony. So that's what my season is. Now I understand that the season could be long or short, and I understand that there's going to be some people that is going to be combative to the idea of harmony. But it's going to be up to me to continue to go forward with it. Shakira, hey, we never know, right? But that was just the thought process, right? Like, what if we can do this together? What if a bunch of like-minded people come together and decide to do something in a constructive, positive format to where I don't have to, even though nobody's competing with each other, but let's do it together. That's what I was thinking about. I looked it up, but I come to the conclusion that it may not work for YouTube because YouTube is a conglomerate that will think about themselves first and make you do things that you may not want to do. It may change your nature. It may change your format. And so I decided not to go with it. But that was the thought. That was my first thought of harmony for YouTube. And like I said, for the family, I'm planning family reunions. There's like on one side of my family, there's never been a family reunion. There's people that I'm still meeting in the family that I've never met. But I said, hey, let's bring it together. Let's do this. Let's make a family reunion so everybody could meet at the same time. For the most part, even though I have met some of the family during the year. But why not? Let's have harmony. That's my season, right? I truly forgot. That's why, I wish Meek would have found it or Watermelon would have found it, whoever would have found it, so that way I could have remembered what I told people their season would be. And if I'm right, it's a blessing. If I'm wrong, it's not a blessing, it's not a strike. But the goal would be to understand what your season would be. Like who's to say Watermelon season of prosperity and peace? If that's what I gave her, who's to say if it comes to pass? It's not for me to gain the victory and the glory. It's gonna be her because that's her season, and God gains the glory. And for if Cheeky season was to the season of education or whatever, that's her season. But I don't, God has a season for each and every one of us. We got to understand what it is and go with it. But for me, my season was harmony, and I had already planted the seeds before I even knew what the season was going to be. And by His grace, He just said, "Hey, try your best to bring people together." And I understand that, like I said, some of the battles I may not win. Some of the people that I wanna bring harmony to, it may not happen. It's gonna be a sad loss for me. But I do want people, but I have to keep going. And I understand that I might outgrow people, and I might understand that, the hate is gonna come after it. And I know everybody's gonna do what they can to win it, but I know there's gonna be some people that's gonna hate. And I do understand there's gonna be people that's gonna try to block it and stop it, all because they don't want people to win. But I'm not one of them people, right? I'm one of them people that's here to say, hey, we can do it. We can do whatever it is that God is wanting for us. And that's why I'm going to continue to go forward. I'm going to go forward because it's placed in my heart. Just like it may be placed in Cheeky's heart to continue to her History Channel for people to be aware of their history, right? To be aware that, hey, not everything that they tell us is so. Her job may be just for you to see how much, if you research what you want to find out, you can find it and it will change your life. It'll help you to see, well, dang, everything ain't just in black and white. The color, the skin color, everything ain't just about, well, the white man did. We know it'll reveal what the real deal is. We are the right, and that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. You became so good at it that you can actually talk about it as if you got a certificate. Not everything is determined by degrees. Some things are determined by, you know, life itself. You don't need a degree to live life. I don't think you need a degree to study people, which would be sociology. I don't think you need that. Everything is about money. People think prosperity is and abundance is about money. No, prosperity and abundance could be the prosperity and abundance of peace, the prosperity and abundance of love that you have for some people that you never thought that you would have. It's not always about money. That's not what the season I'm talking about. The season is what you are going to do to help and bring other people in. Cherish, I'm gonna say good night, good morning, and happy New Year's. Be safe. And that's the thing. Everybody has a season that's coming their way, whether we understand it or not. We need to figure it out and apply it to our lives and accept the challenge of what's coming before us. And it's not because we it's not because we don't want to do it or whatever the case is, or somebody may be scared, but it's something that's placed in front of you. You should embrace it. Like I said, God told me to be, my season is harmony. So now I have to do things in a harmonious fashion. I have to embrace things that will make everything go on one accord. And so that's my assignment, and that's what I'm going to do. And everybody has their own assignment, you know? And I just ask that whatever God placed into your heart to do, and it's not a goal, right? That's another thing I want to say. It's not a goal if God gives you a season. It's not a goal. It's not like you hear the regular resolution of New Year's. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about goals of how you can improve something or in someone's life. And I prayed the prayer about repetitiveness because there's some people that's going to repeat what they've done. That's not what a season is supposed to be about. Your season is supposed to be about improvement, elevation, things of that nature. Don't keep doing the same thing that you did, even though I know people may not have received that prayer, because I know people are going to do the same thing that they've been doing, and they may be trying to expect a different result. That's why I prayed the prayer for improvement. That's why I prayed the prayer for elevation, strength, because without any of those things, we're not going to be able to go forward with whatever it is that God has placed in our heart. Right, Cheeky, be better, do better. If we're gonna be better, we gotta expect better. If we're gonna do better, we gotta strive for it. We can't just sit still and say, well, it's gonna fall out the sky like manna. No, it's not gonna fall out the sky. Your work is gonna determine how far you get with whatever it is that God has placed for you to do. Your expectation should be to complete the task, get through the season, whatever season it is. And it may be short, and God may give you another season, or it may be a little longer than what you expected. But complete the goal, complete the task, rather. Not the goal, complete the season, get through the season. Like right now, it's cold for everybody because everybody may be just getting started. Just like your car, it takes your car some time for it to get warm, but you got to crank it. And that's what we need to do today. Start today, New Year's 2024. We made it. Let's crank up for this new year. Let's crank up for this new season. Let's look, if we got to look back at 2023, use your rear view mirror and your mirrors on the side of your car. So that way you can't just stare at it all day long, because when it's small, you just want to glance at it. All right. And please, everybody, please, whatever's not whatever's not meant for you to bring to 2024, please leave it there. Let's find a way to leave all of those negative things that happened in 2023. Let's leave the deaths in 2023. Let's just bring the memories of those that we lost, how they would expect us to go forward. Let's bring that to this new year. Let's not bring the depressive and depression states that we may have went through. Let's leave that there. Let's strive for happiness and peace and prosperity that we can get in 2024. Whatever's not meant for 2024 for us to have, we got to understand it's not for us to have. Whatever, and we can't bring it from 2023. Let's leave all the negative entities in 2023. Yes, there's going to be days that it may pop up. It's never going to be sunny 365 days. We understand that, right? In this season, it may snow, right? But we understand that that's going to be short. It ain't going to snow 365 days. It's not going to rain. Happy New Year, CC. Well, it ain't New Year's for you yet, but good evening or good morning. Yeah, good evening. It's your time, right? But what I'm saying is that, it may snow. It may rain, right? Every day is not going to be sunny. Dang, CC, you came just in time. I was about to ask you if it does it rain in Southern California, even though you ain't there. But the point is, we gotta strive for it. We have to understand. We gotta get through those days. We gotta get through the days of anger. We gotta get through the days of frustration. There's gonna be days that we may not get. We may not see it all, but we have to get through the day, because sooner or later, that sun is gonna come out and it's gonna take over. And it's going to brighten the day for each and every one of us, right? We can't just sit here and carry those baggage. Leave the baggage of 2023 exactly where it's at. Don't bring it into this new year. This new year is brand new. Matter of fact, we should have all. Don't do that, CC. It was raining today. Well, guess what? It's raining. It raining in the year 2023. Now, by the time your Happy New Year come for you, it'll stop, and it'll be a better night for you and a better day tomorrow for you, right? And that's the thing. We have to understand that everything is not going to be sunny days and cloudless days, because there's going to be some cloudy days that's going to try to block the sun. It's going to be some days that's going to try to stop you from getting your vitamin D, right? Because the greatest source of vitamin D is the sun. And what does it do? It replenishes you. It fuels your body. It fuels your skin. It does all of the things that you need, right? Let's do it the natural way. Everybody could find supplements, but let's do it the way we're supposed to do it. Let's use the gifts that God has given us, right? Let's use the herbs that'll keep us healthy, instead of, just compiling junk into our body. Let's try to do things so we can better ourselves. Maybe that's our new season. I don't know. But what we got to do is we can't just continue to do what we used to do. That's the repetitive season that I'm talking about. We got to stop the stuff that, that may seem normal for a lot of us, because your normal may not be right. Your normal may be slowing you down. It may make you sluggish. So it's time for us to come into this new season prepared. Let's come into it. Like, let's embrace it with open arms. If I would hug every one of you and say Happy New Year's. Let's start our new season. But this is the way this is the way I have to do it. Because at the end of the day, I can't see all of you. I'm not in your presence physically. So this is what we need to do. We need to embrace this new season. We need to embrace this new year. Whatever God has for us, we need to find out what it is and find out how we could apply it to each and every one of us. Yes, group hug in all the different states. Because at the end of the day, as much of a late bloomer I was to YouTube, I've gained a lot of love for these people that encourage me. I gained a lot of love because you guys haven't given up on me. You never gave up on me. You always encouraged me in spite of whatever I was going through, whatever situation was going on. You was there for me. And that's why I try my best to be there for each and every one of you guys and anybody else that comes through that listens on the replay. We have to understand we don't have to do everything by ourselves, but in a group we can get a better result. If we was in a community, the community would be great because we would be all attentive to each other. Our children be like, okay, hey, Auntie CC, Auntie Watermelon, Auntie Cheeky. They, as long as they don't say Uncle Busset, that would be so awkward for me. But anyway, y'all understand what I'm saying, though. We have all come to the point to where, yo, we can do this, and we support each other, and we help whatever season that was planted in our lives. We get to water it. We get to. How do I make you a mod? I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. You're gonna have to teach. All right, I'm back. I was trying to do this thing. Congrats, Sherry. Happy New Year's. Cece said I became an on again. As a matter of fact, and that's the thing. If we continue to you know take care of our garden, right? Because that could be a season too. We all planted seeds for our new season. So now let's make it a garden. Let's check each other's garden. Let's make sure we are on our assignment. So if whatever Sherry season is, if she tells us what she want to do, let's make sure we encourage her to stay on her assignment or her garden or her season. The same for Watermelon, the same for Cheeky, the same for Selena, the same for Meek, Atmosphere, whoever else, the Word, and anybody else that's gonna come through and hear the replay, right? But let's just stay on top of our assignment. The assignment is for us to continue to start the season and continue it, not be ready to throw the towel in the first day, the first time something goes crazy, because that's what human nature would tell a lot of people. Like, hey, it's time for us to. It's not going well. Let's give up on it. No, that's not what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to keep going. If it don't go well at that particular time, you wait it out. You don't just keep going. You just don't give up on it. You persevere through it. That's what a season is. A season, like I said, if it just snowed every day in the winter, we wouldn't be like, what would we do? We would have to shovel it. We would have to shovel it to make a way for us to get through the season. If it rains in a particular season, we would have to keep ourselves dry and get through the season. Well, it's the same thing with our actual season now. We can't just say, you know what, I ain't going out because it's raining. Nah, if we got to get our job done, we got to persevere through the rain. We got to persevere through the snow. We have to keep going. And that's the thing. We got to keep doing what we need to do. We have to keep going forward. Because at the end of the day, the finished product is the whatever the season develops for us. We have to see if the seed sprouts into the blessing that God wants it to be. And the only way we can do that is if we do it ourselves, for one, and then have everybody else continue to work with us as far as, hey, you're doing a great job, keep going. Okay, pat it down. Hey, that might need a little bit more water into it. That might need a little bit more sun. We may have to turn the pot into the sunlight. We may have to cover it because it might rain for too long. We don't want to drought. We don't want to kill it with all the water. We don't want the roots to be destroyed with all this water inside of it. It can happen, but it's going to take each and every one of us to do what we need to do. And we don't have to do it by ourselves. That's one thing that I've learned from each and every one of y'all. You don't have to do it by yourself. It's a reason why we are all here, because we understand each other. I understand your intentions and I pray that you understand mine. I'm not here to harm, I'm here to help. I'm not here to hinder, I'm here to help. If I'm hindering somebody, I will pull myself back. I will get out the way because that's not what I want for you. If one of y'all was to tell me, yo, what you're saying ain't making sense, I would apologize to you and say, let me get out of your way. It doesn't mean I have to stop what I'm doing. It just means it's not working for you. You understand? And that's the way that we have to live the life. We have to do it in that way. We have to do it in that format. Because at the end of the day, we don't know if we're doing the things correctly unless we see growth. If you plant a seed, you should see growth. If your child is getting older, we should see growth. We shouldn't see degression, we should see progression. And we may have to pull some things away. We might have to take some weeds away from our product because it's going to choke out the growth. We have to understand that not everything around us is going to be for us. That's why those are the weeds. We got to get rid of them. So it's just, like I said, it's a new season. We're coming into 2024. And I know people are still celebrating. I know people enjoy it. Take your cup, have a drink, take a sip, pour some out for the homies that didn't make it in 2020. Make it to 2024. But also allow yourself to understand that now that you're here in this new season, that because you are here, we have to go forward with every ounce of our being. And if we're going to bring the positiveness for 2023, let's improve on it. Don't bring the nonsense. Don't bring the trash. Don't bring the pains and the sufferings of 2020. Leave that there. Leave it right there. It's time to throw some of the things in the sea of forgetfulness. It's time for us to get rid of the pains and let the dead bury the dead. Let it die. You're absolutely right. Elevate and move forward. It's time for growth. It's time for us to realize that we are not finished growing. We are not finished in maturation. Don't put a number on your growth, because if you stop at 18, you're grown. You ain't going to grow anymore. Just imagine if a tree was to say, I'm 200 years old, I don't need nothing else, I'm grown. God forbid if that tree's by your house, because if it falls, you understand what I'm saying? We still have to grow. So let's continue to plan for our new season. We done planted the seed, right? Well, I hope a lot of people planted their seeds. But once you plant it, you take care of it, you check it. All right, well, good. All right, I got it in the right spot. It's going to receive the sunlight that it needs. If it's a drought, we're going to go out there and water it ourselves. Hey, let's go check our neighbor out. Hey, neighbor, how's your thing developing? How's your season developing? Is there anything I can do? You know, like I know what I do behind the scenes, right? Because I talk to a lot of people behind the scenes, so I get it. And so I'm like, hey, I'm just here to help. But I'm gonna let you receive your due diligence. I'm here to give everybody their flowers. I'm just waiting. CC is 2024. You know what time it is. And I know I ain't speak to Cheeky about it. But hey, it's time. It's time, CC. You can't keep that gift. What's the point of having a gift if nobody can see it? You know what I mean? So it's just time for everybody, to understand what 2024 is really, really bringing for each and every one of us. It's time for us to understand whatever season that we're in. It's time for us to prepare for how to make this the best season. And it's okay if you get help from your neighbors and your loved ones. Because at the end of the day, we don't have to do this by ourselves, right? We really don't. All because it's just time for us to grow. It's time for us to plant. It's time for us to develop. What's your season going to be in 2024? It's whatever God places in your heart. It's whatever you strive to plant, and just like I said, watch it develop, watch it blossom. If you was planting an apple tree, you would wait to see if that apple starts to sprout, right? If you was growing carrot, same thing. You would be waiting for the carrot to sprout. But you got to do whatever it is for it to sprout. But it ain't going to sprout if you don't plant the seed. It ain't going to, matter of fact, you can't even start it unless you understand that you are the fertile ground for your season. If you understand that you are the necessity to your season, it's dead before it even begins. So we have to have the mindset that we are better than what we are. We can do it if we understand that we are better than what we think. It's time for us to come to the understanding that we can be something that other people don't think can be. You can be a gardener and you can plant these seeds and you can watch it develop and you can watch it blossom and bloom. If it's a flower that you want to be a botanist, plant your flowers. If you want to be a gardener of fruit, you plant your seeds. All seeds need to be planted first, and all must be on fertile ground. You can't plant a seed on thorny ground. You can't plant a seed on cement. It has to be the right circumstances. And if God has given you this assignment, that means you are the right circumstance. You are the right person. God don't make mistakes. So if God is telling you to progress, and I'm not coming at you, CC. If it's time for you to progress in your channel, that's what it is. If your channel is going to grow, that means your seed is developing in the right format. Right now, I'm just going to put it on the YouTube scene, right? Because we've been doing this for a while, and a lot of people have been progressing. Their channels are growing, and we just got to cut the weeds from it, because there's going to be some things that's trying to choke us out. That's why we got to be that's why moderators, ain't nobody tell me how to be a moderator yet, right? But I'll figure that out. All right, that's how you do that. I didn't even know. See, I'm sitting here improving on what I got and like what's going on. No, we ain't doing that. But you know, we still have things to learn even in the season, right? And just like I'm over here trying to read and touching my tablet and learning this stuff, we got a lot more to learn going forward about our channels, about our seasons, about our lives. But let's be thankful first and foremost that it's been given to us to see 2024. Let's be thankful that something better is planned for us. Let's be thankful that we do not have to repeat 2023. The only way these things occur is if we allow it. But let's be thankful that even with that being said, we have to elevate and move forward, like Chiki so eloquently said. But it's going to be up to us. What are we going to do? Are we just going to sit here and go with the flow? Are we going to let these seeds develop correctly? Are we just not even going to plant it? Because guess what? At the end of the day, what's for you is for you. But if you don't receive it, then it's a good chance that you will be in your season of repetitiveness or the season of repeat. And I don't want that for nobody. It's time for us to elevate. God has something better for us. It's time for us to receive what he has and go with it. So I just wanted to stop by to say Happy New Year's. And I wouldn't want to spend it with well, I got family, but I wouldn't want to do this with anybody else but you guys in this format because you are the guys that has helped me develop. You are the guys that is helping me grow. And without your tutelage, without your love and compassion, I would be a dead man walking on YouTube. But it's because of you guys that I'm still going. And even if I did start, well, I did start late, but y'all, if y'all tell me y'all don't see the growth, then I would have to, hey, I need y'all help. What can I do to grow it? And if y'all see something negative, I need y'all to tell me what it is so I can stop it. Our goal is to get the negative out so we can all develop and grow. And that's what we're gonna need in our new season as well. So with that being said, I want to wish everybody a happy New Year's. I want to wish everybody the best of luck in 2024 and say thank you for not giving up on me in this short period of time. Thank you for helping me grow. And thank you for allowing me to be a part of your new season and starting a new year with me. So with that being said, y'all, I love each and every one of y'all. God bless you. Until next time.